Great opportunity for us again tomorrow. Top 5 team coming in here in Alabama. Obviously, very impressed with their performance in their win over Vandy and in the first matchup that we had in Tuscaloosa. So a lot of areas we'll have to improve upon tomorrow. As you reflect on the loss at Missouri, I thought from an offensive standpoint made a lot of improvement. More aggressive, attacking off the dribble and creating scoring opportunities for each other. Want to score it more efficiently on some of those open opportunities. But again, as you look at the three-point defense, especially in the first half, we know how important that'll be in Saturday's matchup, that has to be much better.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it there. First 30, 32 minutes or so, you guys look a lot better offensively. Just what kind of things do you think you learned about your team specifically from those first 30 minutes or so?
I thought I just did a better job of attacking pressure, getting by off the dribble, and then making some good decisions to whether it was scoring for yourself or creating an open shot for a teammate. I thought we took care of the ball for the most part, but the turnovers that we did have just seemed to be backbreakers, 5-point swings. Those are some of the plays we have to eliminate. But I just thought overall improved spacing and sharing of the basketball and some shot making.
On some of the three-pointers, you look like you had a guy in there, or at least in close proximity. Are you losing too many guys? I know some of them are coming in transition, but is there some technical breakdowns or something?
Yeah, I thought a couple were miscommunications, certainly. Transition defense is an area we still have a lot of room to get better. And then I thought, just like is often the case, you miss a couple of those assignments. I thought Missouri got some confidence, and then I thought they hit some really tough ones as the half went on, as they were playing with great confidence from a couple of the open looks we had given up early in the game. So we have to do a better job there. I mean, that's just the bottom line. Teams shoot, especially these teams who shoot it so well from three. We have to find a way to get there and not let those be uncontested. It's our responsibility to make the opponent miss.
Yeah, Coach, we haven't talked a lot about Sean Phillips, but obviously gets 11 minutes in y'all's game on Wednesday. Just what has his progression been like? Where does he continue to need to improve, and just what have you seen from him?
Well, I think he's really made a lot of strides in practice, just starting to understand what it takes to play at this level on both ends of the floor. He's really improved in his ball screen defense. I love that he can impact the game with his size and length out there on the floor, and hopefully shore up some of our rebounding deficiencies. So, hopefully he'll continue to practice well and increase his role in the games.
Obviously, Alabama blew out Vanderbilt, but before that lost to Oklahoma. Was there anything in the Oklahoma game that maybe they didn't do as well, or Oklahoma did very well?
Well, I think you have to give great credit to Oklahoma. They were phenomenal in that game. I thought on both ends of the floor, really executed their plan of attack to near perfection, and that's what it takes when you're playing a team of this caliber. As you mentioned, you saw Alabama's response to that and their performance against Vanderbilt. So I think, as you look at their games, they can beat you a number of ways. Obviously, that's why they're one of the top 5 teams in the country. But I think Oklahoma did a great job of defending the three-point line, and that was a big key. And then offensively, I think one thing that does get taken away, from Alabama, because they're so explosive offensively, they have a very good defensive team. I think they have great rim protection with their 5-man. They have great length and athleticism. They're able to switch a lot. I thought Oklahoma was really able to execute on the offensive end of the floor and put up a big number there.
I think after the Alabama game in Tuscaloosa, I think Chris asked you, do you watch the tape or you just flush it? John Brady asked you, I believe. Now that you're playing them again, I mean, you have to go back to it, obviously. But I mean, how hard is that, and what can you learn from it?
Oh, it is what it is. I mean, we got our butt kicked. You got to learn from it. We actually started off the game. The first shot defense was not terrible, but we could not secure any defensive rebounds. We got absolutely destroyed in the second chance points, and they turned those into some of those dagger threes, and the avalanche was on from there. So, when you play a team of this caliber, second shot opportunities, turning the ball over, we don't need to supply any additional help. They're plenty good enough to win games. We got to try and do a better job of taking care of the basketball and limiting their second shot opportunities.
I mean, kind of building on that a little bit, you guys yourselves, the last several games have been a lot more aggressive on the offensive glass. I mean, is that just another way that you guys can help build, different offensive opportunities for your team?
Well, I think it's important, Glenn. We're trying to find any way possible to manufacture points. And, we've talked about trying to get some easier baskets. When you get defensive stops, it enables you to get out in transition, and we've gotten a few easier baskets there. And then I think the next thing is second chance points on the offensive glass. So, Derek and KJ were really aggressive on the offensive boards on Wednesday, and hope to see that continue to be an area we keep getting better at, because we haven't shot a great percentage from the floor, obviously. So we need to get on the offensive glass and try and create some second opportunities for ourselves.
How tough is it to defend a team like Alabama that just spaces the floor so well, and also when it comes to rebounding, it's tougher to rebound against a team that's shooting so many threes, and that obviously leads to longer rebounds.
Yeah, I mean, you just described the first matchup, the first half in Tuscaloosa. They make it very difficult on you. They have multiple guys who can shoot it from three. They have different angles and ways to attack you in their ball screen offense. And obviously with Miller have a lottery pick that can do a little bit of everything. So I think their offensive balance makes them a tough cover. That's why if you are able to get those stops, you have to make sure you are able to secure the defensive rebound, so it doesn't lead to those second opportunities that crushed us in the first matchup.
The team has notably improved in offensive rebounds the past two games. I think KJ Williams and Fountain combined for 10 offensive boards last game. What has the team done to improve in that regard?
I think it's just an effort stat. We need to be relentless in our effort to the glass, both ends of the floor. We've made improvement on the offensive glass. There's still a ton of room for growth on the defensive glass there as well. But I just think, that's what rebounding oftentimes comes down to. We can talk technique and obviously the importance of boxing out and all those things. But you have to go and pursue the basketball. And so I think our front court has made great strides there in the last two games.
Matt, I don't know if you've been through a streak like this before in your coaching or playing career, but is it better at times like this to focus on the big picture and think try to look at the overall, and how, you've talked about trying to establish a foundation for your program, or is it better to try to focus on the very granular, the winning this possession, winning this half, winning this game?
Terrific question. I don't know the answer to it, but I think there has to be a balance there. A word that really comes to mind for me is perspective. I think long term, you have to keep your eye there, of course, but in the short term, we have to alter the course and find ways to get better and give ourselves better opportunities to win these games. So I think it is as simple as you have to practice well, you have to do a better job being locked in and understand the details of scouting reports. You do have to win the next possession. You do need to try to win that next 4-minute media segment and really try to narrow your focus there. I talked with Sheldon at the radio show about this the other night. Coaching's easy when you've won 25 games in a row and life is good and everything's going smoothly. I think, in times of adversity, when you're not playing to the level you'd like to play, this is where you have to find ways to continue to build your team, to strike the correct balance of here are the things that have to get better and improve, and there has to be accountability and discipline to those things, but also have to instill belief and encouragement and celebrate some small victories as you're trying to get better and find a way to get back in the win column. So challenging, but that's where our focus is right now.